Hello everyone, I welcome you again to my class. So today I have come with the last part, that is part 10 of Evans Ryzen O-Level. So till part 9 it was seen that Evans was caught. He was caught at the hotel, the Golden Lion, and Governor asked several questions how he was able to give his execute his plan so successfully. Evans answered his question. Now it was time for the governor to take Evans to the prison van. Okay? So Evans and the governor, they were climbing down the staircases of the hotel. While coming down, Evans tried to make no resistance. That means he neither tried to run nor did he try to escape. He did not try to do anything because it had been told to him that outside the hotel several policemen were there. Actually there were only 2 policemen. Okay, several were not. That was a lie that was told by the governor to Evans. Now while coming down, the governor was asking Evans that while Evans was in Oxford prison, the governor ensured that Evans should not see any visitor. No one ever came to meet him. He was never sent any letter by anyone. Then how he managed to chalk out that plan? With whom? And Evans told that he was having several friends who were very helpful and loved him a lot. With the help of those friends, he made this plan. Governor was surprised. Governor said, how come he met his friends? And Evans smiled very shrewdly and told that did the governor ever try to find out that the person who used to visit Oxford prison every day in the evening to give Evans German tuition, who that man actually was? Did he ever bother to find out? The governor said, of course, he was a teacher, a German teacher from the technical college. Evans smiled very cunningly and said, really? He asked the governor. Asked the governor, did he ever try to find out whether the man was really a teacher from the technical college, a German teacher or not? Governor was awestruck. Governor just could not imagine that though he thought he was very vigilant, though he thought that he was taking every measures to prevent Evans from meeting his friends so that he could not chalk out any plan, so many things were going under his nose and he was unable to know anything. How was it possible? It was easily, so he understood that he was indeed really a gullible governor, a very gullible person, a person who gets very easily convinced. And so many things were going on in the Oxford prison. Governor was shocked to hear it and even said that this thing is continuing since years, since long. Police always think that they are very vigilant, they are doing their work very nicely, but the criminals often prove to be cleverer than the police department, the criminals. And in this case of Evans, it was proved that a man who disguised as his German teacher visited the Oxford prison regularly. Along with that man, Evans was making this plan of escape and police was not knowing anything. How foolish it was and how shameful it was for the police department. So governor now understood that he needs to be more vigilant, more watchful. He was not sufficiently watchful. Now he understood that his conception that he was a very strict and was doing his duty with much responsibility, that was a misconception of his. He needs to be more careful, more vigilant from now onwards. He understood. Now, as they came near the reception, the receptionist, where the receptionist was standing and near her desk, the receptionist winked at Evans. Winked, I hope you understand, when you half close one of your eyes in order to, and that's a gesture, you can say. That's a gesture when you are trying to say something meaningful, giving a message to the other person at whom you are winking, okay, by closing half of your eyes. A person from the police department, do you think she would have winked at Evans? Obviously not. So it was proved that the lady was not from the police department, but actually once again Evans' accomplices. So once again it was proved that Evans was far smart than the governor was thinking him to be. He was more smart than that. The prison van was waiting outside. 2 policemen were there. One was the driver sitting at the driver's seat, and another policeman was there ready with the handcuff. The policemen were not talking. They were not talking. The moment they saw Evans coming with governor, and the moment Evans reached in front of the prison van, the policeman with the handcuff came in front of him and put the handcuff around his wrist on his hands. And he boarded the prison van. Governor, what he did, instead of accompanying Evans in the prison van, governor said Evans that once again they are going to meet, and he went to his own van. His own car, the governor. He was going to follow Evans' van, but he was not there going to sit with Evans at the van. This was another point which proves that the governor was indeed a gullible person, that the governor indeed was a careless person, was not bothered much and was not enough careful. Had he been enough careful, he would have accompanied Evans along with him in the prison van only. He would have not have left Evans in the security of these 2 policemen. And governor went to his own car. Evans was there in the police van. The van started moving. Just after it took a turn, the driver started speaking in broad Scotch accent. The way Mr. McCleary who was in disguise, the person who had disguised as Mr. McCleary, who had went there as the invigilator in Oxford prison, that same person was the driver. Understood? So once again Evans managed to give a slip to the police department. The governor did not even bother to check whether these 2 policemen who were in uniform were actual policemen or not. And it was proved that they were not actual policemen. They were actually Evans' friends, Evans' accomplice, the same person who helped him to come out of the Oxford prison. So this man asked, where should he go? Where should they go with the van? Because very soon the governor will find out that Evans once again had given them a slip and he will start chasing them. So Evans told them that they should go towards a place known as Newbury, because that was the place which the governor previously had thought Evans must be hiding. So Evans told the person at the wheels, at the steering wheels, to take the car towards Newbury, and thus Evans was successful in giving a slip to the police. So this is here the story ends. So what does from this story what do you learn? That sometimes this, you can say, this type of hide and seek goes between the criminal and the police, and many a times because of the gullible nature of police department, criminals are able to misguide them and give them a slip. All right students, this much today only.